All right, guys, let me talk about other aspects of Threads bots cartoon AI content-driven automation that I have recently built together with my Feudal Hustler, Bruno, who is running right now one of our coaching programs, one of the Feudal incubators called Freedom Fusion Track for Bougie boss moms or moms seeking to become Bougie boss moms, mostly for any kind of folks trying to learn how to build their own AI automation or talent agency, and also learn how to grow their Feudal Kingdom one feudal land at a time, and wants to either keep it or flip it. Me and Bruno were working out on a couple of AI content-driven automations before Threads bots cartoon, such as Threads bots SEO, which includes dynamic style of content generation across WordPress site. So this way you can get a very good results across social searches on pretty much across ChatGPT, whenever people use ChatGPT, and get very good results in terms of making more sales, getting more leads, and getting more customers. And of course, we're still working on Threads bots SEO. This is something as part of our pipeline, and creating relationships within the industry. And as I talked about earlier, guys, creating those relationships is the key. If you don't create those relationships, it's very hard for you to make money. That's just the bottom line. And of course, if you keep doing those AI content-driven automations, and even if, let's say, trends change, everything change, but you're still doing them, and you're doing them in a way where you're systemizing your processes, then trust me, guys, your company will grow. So I wanted to talk about Threads bots cartoon and how you could use this automation to get your company to grow. Now, keep something in mind with any of those automations that you're going to use or build or use like right away, depending on what kind of service you would want from us, from my company, from Freedom Fusion System. We offer both personalized and non-personalized style of AI content-driven automations. So personalized is where we literally build everything for you. We personalize the heck out of it for your particular workflow, for your business, for your brand. And of course, that includes N8 and automation with Zapier, and of course, Freedom Fusion System CRM itself. But if you already have your own CRM, that's fine with us. We could integrate with this, with your CRM system easily, with any other kind of Freedom Fusion automations. But the cool part about Threads bots cartoon is that you could use this automation right off the shelf. And of course, we Dockerize all of our automations, make it easily available. And in many cases, we simply just create the actual automation for you, like literally, and operationalize it directly in your cloud environment and connect it to all of your credentials, set up all of the socials, interconnect them to all sorts of spreadsheets, make it easily available across all sorts of APIs, keep track of all of those APIs, create custom dashboard that literally tracks all of your expenses across all of those different types of places, create standard operating procedures. We use Tango to create those procedures in combination with some other tools to make it super quick. We'll reduce your overall operational costs from whatever it is that you're spending to a lot lower costs. Why? Because we always go by the approach of using open source tools as much as possible. And of course, depending on kind of customer you are, there may be different types of solutions. I never recommend implementing fully scaled kind of insane solutions on a cloud level or anything like this. I always tell people use AI content-driven automations at smaller scale. Yes, use and embrace APIs, free APIs, especially kind of companies that make it easily for you to put like $5 worth of credits. Definitely 100%, guys, use them. 100% I'm going to tell you to use them. Now, if you don't use them and just use local LLMs, and you use any other kind of tools, that is absolutely fine. But keep something in mind, you sooner or later going to become process prisoner to like running your computer locally all the time, which is fine for the development purposes, for your own creativity purposes. You could run pretty much the fully blown agency locally directly on your environment. But sooner or later, you're going to realize that you're making so much money that you're really not going to care. if you like paying like $5 of prepaid API costs, I don't know, for fish, whatever the SaaS company called for generating voices of Stewie and Peter for Family Guy video, right? Come on, guys. Literally forget about all that. The reason why many of you guys are not shelling out those dollars and not spending that money is because you're scared. You're scared that you're not going to be able to get them back. Even though I showed to you guys, we have a couple of coaching programs for you for how to easily get that money back. Not only coaching programs, but literally I have one of the incubators called Freedom Fusion Gain, where you do literally nothing but just mimic my nephew's trades and you make money. You pay off all of your costs, all of your AI automation costs. Like literally that's what he does. He does nothing but trading, forex. That's his life. Sort of the same way how I'm doing this. Talent agency, he does trading. He works in Best Buy. His buddy already bought a Tesla, and now my nephew just got himself a Tesla too. Guys, look, the reason why you are scared is because you haven't had a chance to communicate with somebody like one of my Feudal Hustlers. You haven't had a chance to literally jump into ThreadStack to see what ThreadStack is all about, and you haven't had a chance to listen to any of the workshops. So you're constantly scrolling, trying to figure out the patterns across multiple creators who in many cases just telling you like, save this video, hit engage from the bottom up to top. This is just a ploy to get the views and likes and not really give you guys any kind of value other than for themselves. So guys, instead forget about all that, right? Just jump into my community, DM the word PAF on my Insta. I have close to over, by now already, maybe 4,100 workshops for you to watch and observe and absorb. I just mix both words together. You see, that's what happens, guys. And of course, guys, 100% start squabbling up together. Like, look, I know you don't want to squabble up together with other people because you're thinking, well, how can I trust them with credentials? How can I share with them the accounts? Because, you know, people don't allow accounts, and then I start growing with the costs. Guys, this should not be even a question. Get a credit card, get like a Stripe account, and literally make sure that it's set to a position where you cannot charge more than X amount. And congratulations, your problem is resolved. You're just kind of overthinking this, and just give the all credentials to the Feudal Hustlers. Don't care about any of that, guys. When you build your Feudal Kingdom, don't worry about any of the credentials. I know you're like super security focused. I mean, I know you could probably hearing this from cybersecurity engineer telling you that kind of a weird thing to say. But look, if you're not doing anything critical, like what the heck can you be doing anything critical, guys? Of course, my perspective would change the minute you get the actual customer. But in terms of Freedom Fusion system, in terms of feeling free, in terms of doing whatever heck you want and doing it any way you like, guys, you just got to do it in any way you like, as long as you're doing it ethical, as long as you're doing it in a way that makes you feel like freedom, as long as you do it in a way where, sure, like, yes, you will spend some money, but you will be able to get that money back, providing that you connect with the right people. The reason why you're not connecting with the right people is because you're not aware that they exist. They exist. I don't want to promote myself. I will always promote others. But you could always ask me to jump into my workshops and ask me more about those others, about those people who I'm promoting, who are part of my agency, who are part of my Feudal incubators, who are those coaches. So this is probably was the best decision for me to create the Feudal Kingdom Academy for Bougie boss moms, to create the Feudal incubators. This was the best decision, guys. So if you wanted to learn how to combine all those threads, bots, cartoons, all of those automations, I do have Feudal Incubator coaching program. Several of them. Feudal Incubator is a type of coaching program. One of them is called Freedom Fusion Track. If you guys want to learn how to get access to all of those automations, pop the pills of freedom, and learn exponentially faster, so this way you're no longer that process prisoner, to grow your Feudal Kingdom, then DM the word PAF on my Insta, or join some of our workshops. Just DM the word workshop on my Insta, so this way you quickly learn about those Freedom Fusion Flip workshops. And this is where my Feudal Hustlers cover threads, bots, cartoon, and all sorts of other automations where you could ask questions for how to scale your agency.